What is up, League? It's that time of the year, and y'all know my picks. Y'all know what's important. Me giving y'all the best predictions possible. It's how I continue to win Commissioner of the Year, and hopefully I get back to winning another championship. But I have a couple of notes. Hope y'all are excited for this season. But before we get to the games and the picks, had a couple of notes for y'all. League dues, continue to get those to me. I think I almost got everybody's, but if I'm still missing yours, make sure you get that in, by the end of next week. If any issues with that, just let me know. But please get those dues in. Weekly pick'em. Make sure you're submitting your weekly picks on the pick'em. It's on the homepage of the league site. So as soon as you log in, you should be able to scroll down and see that. Additionally, submitting your lineups for tonight with the Rams and the Buffalo Bills playing tonight. You want to make sure you get those lineups in for any of those guys going. And then additional, we're playing for the trophy, the most coveted trophy in fantasy football with all the previous champs. SCL's name on there 4 times. My name, the Wolf, is on there twice. You got Power T, who's a 2-time winner. Well, he was at Alabama, the first winner. And we have multiple winners on there, but maybe there'll be some new names, possibly my name on there again. We'll see. But additionally, champion gets $1,000. Second place gets $300, and then third place gets $100. Toilet Bowl gets $100, and then the Pick'em gets $100. So that's the payout. Again, if you have any other questions, anything additional, waivers will run Monday night after the football game, and then waivers will open, our free agency will open at 6 a.m. Tuesday morning. So any questions, I'll shoot another email out in the group chat and via email. But if you have any questions or anything, let me know and just respond to this. Without anything else, let's get to the games. Game of the week, STL versus Power T. You got a 4-time champ versus a 2-time champ. This is the championship game we thought we were going to get last year because both teams were very dominant going into the playoffs, but STL ended up handling business and Power T didn't make it. But if you look at the win probability, it has Power T as a heavy favorite. I don't look at it that way. I look at Kirk Cousins. He can match what Herbert does. It could be a shootout. Both games, Rams versus Raiders could be a shootout. Packers versus Vikings could be a shootout. You just never know what you get in those divisional games. Nonetheless, I think those quarterbacks can match in points. I think where it starts to separate is when you look at Barkley and McCaffrey versus Eckler and Javonte Williams. I think SCL has a little bit more firepower there. And then you go into the receivers. I like Jamar Chase better than his two, although it's not by a landslide because Jamar Chase could have a 20-point game, but he also can have a 60-point game, and you just never know which one of those you're going to get. Kyle Pitts, Mark Andrews can cancel each other out. I do probably like Hockenson better than Irv Smith Jr., but then again, playing with Kirk Cousins, that could boast for a bunch of points for him. And then the Eagles defense getting the Detroit Lions versus the 49ers getting the Chicago Bears. Man, this is not going to be an easy game. I think both teams have the firepower to get in, well over 250. With that said, I am going to pick Power T with the upset in week 1. Power T over STL in week 1. Next, we got GOAT versus Swagner. Swagner, he's got Kyler Murray versus Aaron Rodgers. It's hard to pick. With the rushing, Kyler Murray should be able to top him in points. Antonio Gibson and Najee Harris versus James Conner and Cordero Patterson. Cordero will still be a bunch of pass catching, but he's not going to be scored the same as he was last year. So don't look for those same kind of points. I do see Cooper Kupp and Tyler Lockett. Lockett is going to fall off, but Cooper Kupp can match points for 2 of those receivers that he's got over there. Dallas Goedert and Mike Gesicki. Better, we don't even know if Robert Tonyan is going to play on Sunday. The Vikings versus the Packers is a defense he's got to go with. I do like the Saints way better in this one, getting the Atlanta Falcons. All that, maybe some lineup changes, but I do believe Swagner's got what it takes to win this game. So I'm taking Swagner to win this game. Next up, we got the Huckleberry versus Guinness to Papa. Who's your daddy? I'm looking at this matchup. This is a pretty even game. Both quarterbacks, I would actually give the edge to Joe Burrow. When you get to running back, I'm going to give the edge to Dalvin Cook, but then he's got Zeke Elliott and DeAndre Swift. He's got 4 receivers right now in his lineup, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, but then it's when you get to those 2 tight ends, Dalton Schultz and Darren Waller. Man, that's a potent potent lineup. You can get 60 points easy from that. And when I was doing the math on it, this team should average 240 points. It's that powerful with the amount of players that he's got. And if those receivers come alive, look out. So you kind of know where I'm leaning based on what I'm saying already. I'm taking STL. I'm taking Huckleberry to win this one. STL must be talking about me because I picked against him I picked against him on this game. So we'll see. Next up, we got the Battle of the Dogs, Bulldogs versus Fire Dogs. This one, it's not that Fire Dogs' team is any good, or this is, again, it could be a tight matchup depending on how you look at it. Brady versus Derek Carr, Leonard Fournette and Mark Ingram, Mike Evans and Russell Gage. At the end of the day, it's just going to take a lot to happen in that Bucs game against Dallas Cowboys for Bulldogs, for him to really come out on top on this one, versus I think there's just more diversity, on Fire Dog side. And that's really why I'm picking this game. It's like, I think there's a better chance of Elijah Mitchell and Dameon Pierce, and then with Brandon Ayuk, and I really like what they're talking about with A.J. Brown. I think they're going to force feed him this year. Darnell Mooney, and he has his tight end, Tommy Tremble. We don't know what to expect in that, but we'll see. And then the Colts defense against the Houston Texans, giddy up. They should have a field day. So I'm picking Fire Dogs to win the Battle of the Dogs in this one. But round two, come around mid-season, Bulldogs we know he's gonna turn things around. So next, The Greatest Show on Paper versus Dark Knight. Greatest Show on Paper did a really good job drafting. He's made some interesting moves with his roster, I will say, but his team still looks really good. Josh Allen at the quarterback. He's got Etienne and Rashad Penny for right now. He's got Diggs and Robert Woods. He's got Kittle, although it's looking like that dude's not going to play, which another season of headaches for George Kittle. Hopefully it's just a one-week thing, but it's not starting off well for him. But he's got Albert O, and he's also got the Patriots D. The other thing to look at is that he's got Christian Watson and Jarvis Landry to back up, to put in if George Kittle doesn't play. And again, it's looking like he's not going to play. On the flip side, with Dark Knight, Patrick Mahomes, quarterbacks are going to equal each other. Darrell Henderson and Josh Jacobs aren't, they're either equal or less than Travis Etienne and Rashad Penny. I do like Devontae Adams. We're not sure we're going to get with Alan Lazard if he plays already. Njoku and Hayden Hurst versus Albert O. Dark Knight might get the slight edge. The Cowboys defense, they're going to have a tough time with that. Buccaneers offense. So this is a pick'em game. It could go either way, but I think at the end of the day, I'm probably going to go with the side that has better running backs, and that's going to be with the Greatest Show on Paper. So Greatest Show on Paper gets his first win of the season. And then we have AGM for Life versus the Baker King. Baker King is back. I haven't heard him talking yet, so maybe after this video he'll start talking noise, but he's going up against AGM for Life. They were rivals from way back. I'm pretty sure it'll get rekindled in this match, but Matthew Stafford versus Jalen Hurts. Edge goes to Jalen Hurts, actually, because of the matchup. A.J. Dillon and Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to pick that better than Tony Pollard, easy. Renfro and Juju Smith-Schuster. At the end of the day, every week I talk about Baker King, it's going to be he has the better receivers. It's going to be hard to beat Rashad Bateman, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, and Devontae Smith. He's got Noah Fant. I don't think we can really trust him as a tight end. I don't know if we can really trust Adam Troutman, but Cole Kmet he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Bills defense, we'll see what he ends up doing with defense and with kicker in this game. The Dolphins defense going up against the Patriots probably have a better matchup. Tough game to really pick. I'm not sold on either one of these two teams being like elite at this moment, but I got to pick somebody. So I'm going to take the Baker King in this game to win this match and start the season 1-0. We got one more game, and that game is with the Silver Fang Big Wolf. I need to put two-time champ, I guess, on mine since everybody else is doing it, versus the Infantry Warrior. This is a matchup of the last game of the season or last game of the regular season for both these teams, where it catapulted Silver Wolf on to win the division and onto the playoffs. Infantry Warrior, he's got a good roster. Tua, Derrick Henry, made a trade, got Joe Mixon. He's got Michael Pittman, Mike Williams. He hasn't put all of his players in, but he's got Treylon Burks and Julio Jones on the bench. This is going to be a tight matchup, and we know the Wolf always comes with Wolf. He always comes with Lamar, Aaron Jones, Pat Freiermuth, Justin Jefferson. It's going to be a big game, but due to my affiliation with the Big Wolf organization, I just can't make a pick in this game. So good luck to both owners. The Wolf is excited to play this week. So that's all I got. Hope y'all enjoy week 1. Happy fantasy football season, all that good stuff. And that's all I got. Commish is out. Later.